Lesson 5.1, Example 3. For the following problems, state if the situation reflects a percent increase or percent decrease. Then find the percent increase or decrease. Show all your work to support your answer. So that's very important there because we know that we can use a calculator here when we're working with percents, but we still need to show what it is that we are doing with that calculator if we are choosing to use it. So for part A, we've got the original amount being 20 and the new amount being 30. So our formula for finding our percent increase or decrease is the amount of change. I'm going to abbreviate amount of change, and we're going to divide that by the original amount. So for question A, the amount of change, we are just going to find the difference. So that's taking 30 minus 20. And we're going to divide that by the original amount. And it tells us our original amount here is 20. So 30 minus 20 is 10. So I'm showing my steps here vertically. So 10 is our amount of change. The original amount is 20. 10 divided by 20 is 0.5. Now as a decimal, we need to convert this into a percent, so we can multiply this by 100, which makes our percent here 50%. And now we need to look at the above problem to determine if this is a percent increase or decrease. So since it was 20, but the new amount is now 30, from 20 to 30 is an increase, so therefore it's increased by 50%. And now we have part B. Officer Griffith wrote 16 tickets for traffic violations last week, but only 10 tickets this week. So looking at our steps in question A, we're going to follow that same process. We're going to find the amount of change here. So that's taking 16 minus 10. We're going to divide that by the original amount. So in these word problems, when it doesn't specifically tell you, you're really going to need to pay attention to what it says so that we can understand what came first. It's not always going to be the first number you read. So it says here, Officer Griffith wrote 16 tickets for traffic violations last week. Well, last week comes before this week, so in this case, the original amount is 16. So my amount of change here is 6. Original amount is 16. 6 divided by 16, using my calculator, it comes out to 0.375. And again, to turn our decimal into a percent, we're going to multiply it by 100. So as a percent, my decimal point moves over 2 places to the right, and it becomes 37.5%. Now we can round this to the nearest whole percent, which would be 38%. And now we need to look at that above problem to determine if this is increasing by 38% or decreasing by 38%. So if he wrote 16 tickets last week and 10 tickets this week, we can see that it is decreasing, going from 16 to 10. So Officer Griffith has a 38% decrease. Now I'm going to circle here the very important formula that you must follow when we are finding a percent increase and decrease, and that is finding the amount of change and dividing that by the original amount.